Oh my god. Huh. It's crazy out right now. It's crazy. It's been a crazy day, but this is freaking crazy. Let me tell you what's going on. Prepare yourself. In fact, I'm prepared. I'm blind, but I'm prepared. Okay, let me tell you. Not too long ago, a couple minutes ago, maybe 10 minutes ago, tornado sirens went off. Okay, that happens here a lot. I live in Nebraska, in Grand Island, and we're called, wait for it, wait for it, Tornado City, or Tornado Alley, or whatever you want to call it. There's a name for it. Anyway, and there is a reason for that too. I want to know, you comment on this, whether you've heard of it, know about it, or don't know about it. Look it up on the net. It's there. June 3rd, 1980, Grand Island, Nebraska. 10. No joke, people. 10 huge, I don't know if they're F10s or whatever they call it, F8s, but they were huge tornadoes. Touched down in my city and ripped my city to shreds. I mean, wow, it was just chaos, pandemonium, confusion, nuts everywhere. It was crazy. And it was declared a national disaster. I was 7 at the time. I've lived in this city all my life, so to say I'm used to them, yeah, I can say that, but it's not like, I don't like tremble and fear like I used to, because like I said, I've lived here my whole life. It happens every spring and summer, just like this. This is the first one of the year, but let me tell you, it ripped my whole city to shreds. My house, by some miracle, we were right in the path, no lie. Because we were down in the basement with my dad, which, by the way, was standing by the window watching the tornadoes, and he looks at us kids hiding under beds and shit and stuff, and says, and I quote, "Kids, I better never see you standing by a window or a door when there's a tornado like this." Okay, even at 7, it was like, I didn't laugh because at 7, and 10 tornadoes are touching down and they're ripping your city apart, you better believe I was scared. Who wouldn't be? Anyway, at that point, it was kind of like comical to me because I'm looking at my dad staring out the window at the tornadoes. 10 of them, not just one, 10. I repeat, 10. Remember that. Watching these tornadoes, we can hear the tornadoes go through our alley. That's the miracle. Our house was not touched. Some trees and stuff were, but not our house. They went right through our alley. We could hear them, their freight trains like, and it's nuts. Anyway, I'm watching my dad's watching these tornadoes and saying this to it, and I was like, I guess it's one of those do as I say, not as I do things, but, you know, my dad was a great man. He was a great man. He was giant. He's 6'8", but that's a different story. But I used to love when he would freaking do things like that, because it's just like, example, okay, anyway, they ripped our whole city to shreds. I mean, I remember the next day, walking outside. You didn't even have to walk a block, you just walked like down the street, a little like few houses that used to be there, by the way, and nothing. Like devastation, end of the world it seemed, because there was no houses, no nothing. Buildings were just like paper. Well, you know what a tornado is. I mean, I'm sure wherever you are when you're watching this, you've either been through a tornado or worse. So, you know, my story could be nothing, but I'll tell you what. There's 2 things I can relate to. Twister, And I don't know if you've probably seen that movie, The Day After Tomorrow, the one with the end of the world thing. Remember that scene when the tornadoes touched down in New York, I believe it was, and ripped it apart? Fiction to the producers, fact to me. I know what that's like. I mean, it was crazy and scary. It was nuts. And walking down the street, I remember it clearly at 7 years old, walking down the street and seeing just devastation, no houses, no nothing, people in confusion and chaos, who wouldn't be? And just, it was like, oh my God, okay? And here's another thing. It would be nice, I don't know if I believe this, it would be nice to think, but it seems impossible to me because I lived through it. In the paper and everywhere they said, by a miracle, only one person died. First of all, I know that's not true. And I'm not saying, wow, I wish more people would have died. Of course I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, in the block I lived, which again, I repeat, right in the path, Tornado Alley, okay? There was a neighbor, old man, like 4 houses down. I remember this clearly. It was right when the tornado sirens went off and everything started. We've seen it. Because people do this too. It's like somehow, for some reason, they're transfixed by the sirens and the craziness. There's tornado chasers. They call them storm chasers, but they're tornado chasers. Here, I'm sure they're everywhere too. That will watch the Weather Channel or wherever, and if there's a tornado warning and sirens going off, they'll hop in their cars. It doesn't even have to be in this city. Wherever they are in this state, they will hop in their cars. If there's a watch, they will do it to get there early. And they will literally chase tornadoes. That's crazy. That's just, okay. Anyway, this old man gets on his roof. Sirens are going off. Tornadoes are already touching down pretty much. You might as well say 10 of them. I mean, there's not going to be a waiting period. Gets on the top of his roof, looking at the tornadoes and pointing, and like, look, Ethel, or whatever her name was. He died, and that wasn't the one person in the paper they said died. So there's one that was accounted for. And I'm saying 10 tornadoes, Mach size, like F8s or whatever they're called, ripping the whole city apart. Yes, that's a miracle if one person died, but I just kind of doubt it. Okay, like I said, I'm not wishing that more people did die. Of course not. It's just kind of, yeah. Anyway, so the sirens are off here. Look it up, like I said, just not too long ago. And now I'm kind of like wondering, oh wow, that does look pretty eerie. There is craziness going outside right now. But let me tell you, if you haven't been through a tornado, let me tell you. First the sirens are going to go off, then it's going to storm like crazy, like it just did. It rained, and then it's within seconds of the rain, hail. Be grateful for that, because if there's just instant silence, okay, you've heard of the calm before the storm. That's no lie, because during the tornado warning, and the tornado warning, as you know, means they have been sighted, funnels and everything. If there's dead silence, just stillness, you're in for it, people. You're in trouble, because that is, they're not only sighted, but here they come. And oh wow, this happens every year. Like I said, I'm used to them, I can very much say, but I do have a fear for them, especially like right now, because right when I was talking about that calm before the storm, it's still windy out, but it was just hailing when I went up the smoke. That stopped. I was windy. And if that wind just stops, which it kind of did just now, and there is darkness and the clouds are looking very eerie. So if you see all of a sudden craziness and really craziness going on, I probably won't be alive to see the views. I'm hoping that doesn't happen. Trust me. I really didn't expect this. I kind of sound like that old crazy man. But it's like, I've been through this so many times. Every year this happens. This is the first of the year this year. And the storms have stopped. There's a little bit of wind. And I'm hanging on to that like a thread because the clouds are not looking good. Let me tell you. There's probably going to be a tornado touching down here. I don't know, but those clouds are really bad. Anyway, yeah, this calm before the storm. If it gets still, if it's storming and then just like that, it's not storming, it's silent, no wind, no nothing. That's not an all clear. That's not a freaking invitation to go outside. That means get ready. Prepare yourself. If you do have a basement, I don't. I live in a ground floor apartment. I did last year in 4 years when I went through this. But, yeah, I'd like to say go in there, but I'm not going to go in the hallway or shower with a bunch of strangers. I'd rather stay in here, you know, and I figure if it's my time, it's my time, and yeah, I'm a little scarier than I was. Anyway, chaos and pandemonium happen every time when these things happen, and there's crazy people that chase them and get on the roofs. Anyway, this is longer than I thought. I'm still going to post it, because you need to know. Guys, watch this. Look up June 3rd, 1980 in Grand Island, Nebraska. If you haven't heard it, if you have, comment. Either way, comment. I want to hear if I'm still here. But guys, I'm outie. I'm going to post this, and then I'm just going to sit and wait and hope. Laters.